Everything new and sun here. This is the second video for today. This is half economic, half war, and I think it all plays together. This is from HuffingtonPost.com, HuffPost Politics. Iran plays and backstabs the U.S. Iran dumps dollar in trade. This is a significant economic article because it speaks about the end of the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency, and we are seeing massive foundations, underpinnings of the U.S. world reserve currency being eroded away by several countries, including Iran here and Russia and China. They're all coming up with their own currencies, paying for oil in other currencies, you know, the Russian ruble or whatever, or in gold. They're trying to get around it, and because they're trying to get rid of the petrodollar. The petrodollar was the agreement that depended on the U.S. dollar to pay for oil, and that was the agreement U.S. had with the Arab states in exchange for military protection. But all the countries are moving away from the petrodollar now, and they're really eroding the U.S. World Reserve currency status. The Islamic Republic declared it was moving away from the U.S. dollar for use in trades, and that Tehran welcomes replacing the dollar with other currencies. This is significant. When the U.S. dollar, the U.S. fiat World Reserve currency fails, that means we're going to switch over to a new World Reserve currency. What would that be? A Chinese yuan or the IMF, a basket of currencies? Or could we move straight into the mark of the beast system, whatever that is? It could very well be, and usually fiat currencies last about 40 years, and we're past that now for the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency. So we're moving away from that, and this is significant stuff. And Iran has no love for U.S. even after U.S. Removes sanctions. According to Shana, Iran's official news agency, Zafar Ali Karamati, Deputy Director of International Affairs for Marketing and Crude Oil Operation in the state-owned National Iranian Oil Company, stated that Iran's top priority is to receive cash and oil demands in the euro. Because of their European Union single monetary unit, European customers have no problem to pay for crude oil deals in the euro instead of U.S. dollars. Big shift. Two of the Iranian officials in the Foreign Ministry and the Ministry of Industries and Mines told me that Iran offers several other methods of payment rather than the dollar for its foreign trades, exports, and imports. What are the reasons behind such a significant monetary move? Why is Iran moving away from the U.S. right after a nuclear deal was reached? It's because they absolutely don't care, and they were just trying to get out from under there. They were basically saying whatever they could to get out from under the sanctions. And what are the implications of such actions? And it goes into a bunch of reasons, but we know generally Iran doesn't like U.S. hegemony in the region. They don't like the U.S. power. The U.S. dollar is the world's primary reserve currency, representing approximately 60% of identified currency reserves. From Iran's point of view, reducing the use of petrodollar will negatively affect U.S. power. So Iran is doing it because it's going to directly affect the U.S. It's going to take power away from the U.S. and the U.S. is going to follow because of it. Why does the U.S. keep getting Iran wrong? The White House was jubilant over its accomplishment of enhancing diplomatic ties with Iran. From the perspective of the Obama administration, Iran was definitely going to reciprocate the favors to the U.S. The favors the U.S. had granted Iran, including the removal of the United Nations Security Council's financial sanctions against Iran. The problem is that the White House is treating Iran Republic as a typical Westphalian nation state, which prioritizes its national interests, economic and political, over anything else. And so the White House thought, we'll do this nice thing for Iran, and Iran will reward us back by doing nice things for the U.S. and support the U.S. dollar. And there's no love lost for Iran in the deal and the removal of sanctions. Iran wants the U.S. to fail. Iran thinks the U.S. is the great Satan, Israel being the the little Satan. So Iran is playing whatever play it can in the playbook of economics to bring the great Satan down, and Iran definitely is against the U.S. So the U.S., whether they were ignorant or whatever they were, did not play the cards correctly here, and they should have known that. I don't know why they didn't know that, but they shot themselves in the foot by doing this. And Iran's going to play every card they can against the U.S. to bring the U.S. down, and that's the thing. And this is all going to lead to war, because the move from the U.S. dollar to some other currency is going to be probably pretty rocky, probably going to be tumultuous. It's not going to be orderly, probably. There'll probably be at least a couple of weeks where there's no food on shelves and there's chaos happening around the world. And I'm expecting this to come. I'm expecting then a world leader to step up and say, look, you've had 2 weeks of no food. I can solve the problem. And this is where the one world leader, the one world government, the mark of the beast, this is where they step in and say, I can solve the world's problems. Give it over to me. Give me all your allegiance. Get rid of your sovereignty. I'll pledge your allegiance to the one world government, and I will give you food to feed your family, and I will right the economy. I will correct the economy. I will give a new fiat currency, and we'll live happily ever after as long as you um, all the countries give their sovereignty over to the one world government, and that's the way they're going to come in, I think. So that's what our future is, and who knows how long it could be, but I think it's coming up in the next couple of years here.